What is up? What is up? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's get that like button smashed. Let's try to get this fired up. Welcome. Happy Sunday. We're going to be talking crypto, get into this meme coin madness, go through the charts. Welcome. I don't even know who's here. We got a couple people trickling in. There we go. How's everyone doing? Let's get that like button smashed. Let's try to get this YouTube short fired up. We're going to be talking all of the bull cycle that we're entering. Crazy, crazy night. Woke up this morning seeing what's going on with Pepe coin, still at it. Dog with hat. Crazy stuff. Flokies pumping. And I got to tell you guys, it's a lot easier to talk crypto when we see these green days, these huge circles. Yeah, so welcome in, guys. As you're trickling in, I hope everyone's not watching this in church on this Sunday morning, but smash that like button. Huge day ahead. Let's try to close out this weekend on a green streak. And we're going to get into some more broader news. And guys, drop your comments down below so that we know exactly what you guys want to talk about. I want to try to do a little back and forth, get some stuff off my chest within crypto, because the Solana meme coins, we were just talking about it. The Trump coin, I want to talk about that a little bit. Dog with hat. There's a couple of them, guys. I want to break them all down. So as you guys are getting in, make sure every one of you guys are smashing that like button, because this is a back and forth. So I want to get this fired up. We're going to try to bring some people on later on in the live chat. Go live for about a half hour, 45 minutes. Just get a quick one going. Bonk 3.6%, Shiba Inu 22% or 10%. Sorry, SHIB holders, I got you going with that 22%. But no, SHIB took that zero out, and they took it out in a strong way. I think that's one where we could even get a little higher on the chain, where that next zero is in question. I just did a video actually talking about that, where it's crazy to see how far SHIB can go, and we haven't even really got into back to 2021 levels with people getting into it. So let's break it down. I'm looking through the chart right now, looking at the crypto bubbles. Whoever's in the chat, make sure you guys all drop it down below. Smash that like button as well. 30 people live. Just started this thing. Love these YouTube shorts, but YouTube loves it when you put that when you hit the like button. That's when really it starts sending it. Try to get over 1,000 people in this live. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments. What are you guys eyeing right now? What is the crypto right now that we're seeing these meme coins pump? Which ones are we looking at on your guys' level? I know I have my selections. I'll get into that a little later on. But there's a lot of people going after Solana meme coins, and that's been a mixed bag. There's been a lot of misses, a lot of swings and misses, but then there's been a lot of home runs. We see Bonk, Pepe, yeah. Welcome in NFTs. Yeah, Bonk's one for me with Solana. It's one where you look at Pepe, and I just brought up that chart, and I did a pepecoin video that's coming out today, where I broke down the chart, and we look at pepecoin. I got it right up on my screen. $2 million one trader has made in pepecoin profits over this weekend. So we're seeing this surge back into Pepe, and this is where they saw a total profit of $2 million. I mean, literally one weekend, $2 million over a frog coin. I mean, it's crazy. This is very reminiscent 2021 levels. These dynamics that we're seeing and why Pepe is going crazy is something where it's crazy. 20% is what we saw. I mean, that's how we get to that 2022 all-time high. And what's even crazier about that is that's how crazy Pepe actually was, that initial pump. $1.8 billion. And I know for those of you that have been holding since that time, that's 10x from here. I mean, that is how crazy Pepe got, and how fast it exploded. $1.8 billion. I mean, that is just unseen. But welcome in, guys. For those of you that are just trickling in, watching from all over the world, make sure you guys all smash that like button. Just smash it. That's what's important. It's how we get this video fired up. And you do that, YouTube will send it out. We'll get a very good discussion. I'm only going to live for a half hour, 45 minutes. Just I wanted to get into some of these pumps overnight and get your guys' thoughts on what you want to talk about. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you guys are all subscribed down below. We talk crypto every single day, not your father's capital. But we're looking at it, guys. This is one where we go into pepecoin. We can talk pepecoin basically till the cows come home. But there's a lot out there, and the Trump. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Let me know down below in the comments. Are you guys familiar with and help me out too? It's the Trump token on Solana's blockchain. Have you guys heard of that one? I'm going to try to pull it up. That is one where, political views aside, this is one where you could see it absolutely go crazy. Even more so, the chart is just crazy within Trump. But yeah, there's been a lot of swings and misses within the Solana meme coin space for sure. But welcome in, guys. For those of you that have not done so, make sure you guys all smash that like button. Let's try to send this video, get it fired up. But it's one where we got to worry about a little bit. There we go. We got Zach hopping in. Trump is awake. There we go. Welcome in, Zach. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
A little crypto and coffee starting off this Sunday, firing everybody up.
I love it, man.
We had 60 people. I was trying to tell them about your Trump token, Trump coin, Trump 2024.
Yeah, that one. So there's been a ton of Trump coins pumping. This one's Donald Trump, TREMP, which, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't ape into it now. A lot of people were asking, but we were talking about it like 5 days ago when it was like sub $1 million market cap. I think at one point yesterday it got to like 7 million. It's just
Kenny D in the chat. 44. We had 60 people in here. Nobody's getting on the like train. Nobody wants to put that thumbs up. I just can't believe it.
It's really weird on these live streams. You got to hit the 3 little dots, guys, and then hit the like button and subscribe. So it's not like right there in front of you.
Gotcha. So, yeah, in the bottom right. I got you. Bottom right. Smash the like.
Yep.
But yeah, no, we had a pretty good talk. We were talking about pepecoin a little bit. Got people fired up with Pepe's moving, and I was telling them in the chat, 10x all-time highs, $1.8 billion.
Crazy. I mean, yeah, it set new all-time highs. I think yesterday at some point. It was kind of on the cusp of doing it. That's what kind of started the rally. That was the first meme coin that started to run. And then we saw Bonk, and then it was kind of like the OGs, Doge and Shib started moving, and then now we've got Whiff. I don't know if you saw that this morning. That's like the number one gainer right now. It's getting close to $2, which would be a $2 billion market cap.
I'm just beating myself up because I think there was so much in the layer ones where all the hype was, and then all of a sudden, boom! It says meme coins going nuts.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? It's interesting with Whiff because I'm beating myself up because even with Pepe and Bonk, I got in, which I thought was kind of late at like $100 million market cap, and then I still did really well. And I could have did the same with Whiff, and for some reason I just said, I think I missed that one. I'm going to let that one kind of float by, and like that was a terrible move because it did exactly.
Yeah,
it did exactly what the other two have done.
Yeah, interesting. I got so I was talking about the prospects. I talked a little bit about Jasmine Coin a little bit, but nothing. It's crazy how far away we still are from all-time highs for some of these, and the ones that haven't really experienced a bull cycle. That's another conversation piece. I mean, my Dogecoin, I think we're 20% off the mark.
Mm-hmm.
Or 20% of the bull cycle, all-time highs. And it's crazy how much it's pumping and just not getting even close to where we were. And then you got pepecoin just completely just defying everything.
Yeah, I mean, some of these newer cryptos, like, Pepe recently launched, right? So, like, it didn't see 2021 cycle. So, it's just seeing new heights. I mean, so like the upside there's crazy. Like, a lot could be said about like Caspa in that way too, right? Like Caspa was another one you and I like. That one wasn't here in 2021. So I think just that narrative in general, like looking at cryptos that have yet to see the real bull run, are interesting in that sense because they don't have like a big level of resistance. A lot of these cryptos are setting all time highs after all time highs after all time highs. It's like, when's it going to end? Well, we don't really have like a spot where, like, if you look at Doge and Shib, you kind of point to that 2021 top and say, okay, first step is we gotta get above that level.
Yeah, and that was kind of the thing with pepecoin. I think back when I think it was I'm looking at their chart. It was back in May when they hit all time highs.
Yeah,
And now
yeah,
this is just ridiculous. But when that was going on, that was when crypto basically you were either in the Pepe coin or you weren't into crypto.
yep. It
And
was a little meme coin run.
yeah,
It was a pretty interesting time. Yeah, they had. I don't know if you remember like all the other spin-offs like of the frog coins like
uh,
Wojak and Bob and
yep. But
Pepe
like
and yeah,
that's what we're seeing now, though, is if it's not just Pepe. It back then I feel like there was only so much to go around, and now I
right,
mean there's even more. You have Bonk is more than it was. You have Dog with Hat. Um, the Solana meme. I mean, people are getting around with the memes. But
for sure. Yeah, I mean Shib. I mean
it,
the OG memes, as I like to say, the Shib and the Doge coins are moving. Floki, it started pumping like crazy. That's another one. Um, Shiba Inu right now, I think is interesting. I made a video yesterday talking about how I think it's only like 48% away from passing Dogecoin. It's almost going to crack the top 10 again. It's kind of interesting because if you look at the top meme coins in terms of like what's actually happening, what are they doing? I think Shib
exactly.
has the most to say to that question. It's like, are they going to deliver though? Are they? Will this thing all time up? Like, because they have the metaverse, right? They have a gaming element. I met the head of the gaming there, William Volk. He worked at Activision. I mean, that's a big deal. The fact that they have somebody like that on board. I mean, if I would love to see them go heavy into gaming because I think that's another narrative in this bull run that's going to be big. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, right now, like as currently as we're sitting here, as currently like constructed, I think Shib has more utility, and they're actively trying to become a utility based crypto, whereas like some meme coins aren't. But they have more than any other crypto in terms of that. I mean, so you would think that might bring new people in because of that. I mean,
Hmm.
now eventually Dogecoin's gonna do something. We just don't know exactly what, right? I mean, Elon's not gonna let it,
Oh yeah,
sit there.
and that's a sleeping giant. I mean, we all love Shib. We know Shib. Shib gets more press. It's either Dogecoin's going to the moon, but like Shib's building the Shibarium. They got a lot of things in the works where they're expanding. But when it comes to you know Dogecoin, I mean, they're still dwarfing with market cap, and they haven't done anything. They don't have anything in the works. It's just what's the possibility? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's Elon gonna do, right? Like,
Yeah,
how's he gonna utilize it? What's he gonna decide to do? Is it gonna be a payments method on X or what? He's gonna do something eventually for sure.
yeah, it's fascinating. 15 people in the chat. I don't know where everybody went. We had 60. It's firing up. We got to get more likes. They really like this whole short thing. You can throw the hearts out there too. Um, I'm still learning how to
Yep,
use that,
for sure.
but
If you remember, like titles sometimes, how the algorithm works. So like, you can do like Shiba Inu coin and Dogecoin,
yeah,
pumping or something like that.
that's a good idea. We'll try that. I only got a couple minutes, but just
Yeah.
wanted to fire it up. But
The other thing I've been really focusing on is AI. I think that's a whole narrative play in this cycle that's going to be really big. And I think we're just heating up. But we've seen, Fetch AI, Singularity Net, some of the top AI cryptos set all time highs in recent days. The graph has been performing really, really well, kind of quietly. Um, and I think we're just getting started there. I don't think that narrative's going away. And when I'm talking about AI cryptos, I mean big and small. Like small caps have been crushing it, mid caps, large caps. Look at Injective, look at Render. Those are some more large caps. It's like PAL AI started as a small cap, PAAL, and now it's a $330 million market cap. I mean, it's insane. I remember when PAL last August when I was at ETH Denver when I met their team, they were a $3 million market cap mark. How crazy is that? And I didn't invest enough. I invested and then actually sold, thinking, "Oh my god, I 10x'd." Um, and yeah, bought back in late, but I mean that's just an amazing story there. I mean, literally met them in ETH Denver, or I'm sorry, ETH Toronto, and they've literally 100x'd in market cap. They've 100x'd since I met the team over there.
Yeah, let me. I gotta get some more coffee. Take the wheel for a sec.
Yep. So guys, Mark's gonna come back here. Make sure you hit the like button for us. Subscribe to his channel too if you guys haven't already. Definitely worth subscribing. Ton of great content, ton of great videos. But you guys don't realize how much hitting that like button helps. Definitely helps us out. So drop in the comments, guys. Which meme coin are you guys locked into right now the most? Which one is the biggest part of your portfolio? The one you're most interested in? And as you guys know, meme coins are very interesting in that they're a whole sector that is so different than the rest of the market. And you got to realize that out of the gate. When you're investing in meme coins, it's got to be its own strategy. Turbo, yeah, that's another one that's been pumping.
Yeah, we're at that dart level where we can start throwing darts, and that's why I'm kind of, and that's where I think you're going to see some reshuffling. But if we got past that total adoption, that's where we just need more. It's like more of the same, and we just need more of the new.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I want to say this as a reminder, like there will be pullbacks, right? Like don't
Yeah.
think the market won't go down. I mean, because sometimes, and I'm not saying go down forever. I'm just saying there will be ups and downs in the market.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you like, and we're all guilty of this. Like when the market's just going up and up and up, you think it's going to go up forever. So if you're thinking about rifling a bunch of money into something right now, maybe start to think, okay, what if I dollar cost average here? Like, what if I slowly kind of get into that asset and kind of, take it slow because you might get a pullback. And then all of a sudden you've got a little bit better entry. But of course, that's why we use XT Algo. That's why we
Yeah.
use a trading indicator
Exactly.
that lets us know, when are some good entry points and exit points, um, to potentially make a move.
Um, yeah. Another thing too is like it's only natural. Like selling off is selling off, but the the truth is it's just like you expect it. Like people, it's not people want to you want to invest in crypto to make money. Like you're not just gonna. It's natural to see profit taking. What's not natural is when you
Yeah.
see major whale liquidations, jumping ships, switching ships, hopping around like what we saw in that manipulation where $100 million goes into Pepe, and then $100 million is going to go on the next bottom, and then it's going to flip and flip, and that's what we
Yep.
don't want to see. So
Yeah, and I think whales are a big part of this run we're seeing. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, all you have to do is look on chain. And when I say look on chain, that's an actual company. Look on chain and their analytics and just kind of dive into what's going on. And you'll see, I just covered this in a SHIB video yesterday. I mean, a lot of the price action has been driven by three major transactions. We've seen FOMO happen after those major transactions. You get a big green candle wick up, and you know what happens. A lot of retail FOMO's in. It's fine. It's okay, but just have a plan. I mean, that's one thing for this cycle that I've been saying in a lot of my live streams and videos. It's like the big mistake I made in 2021 was not having a plan in place and then basically just trading on emotion. Like, and now your emotions are making your decisions, and it's really hard to do well when you don't have a plan. And admittedly, sometimes I
100%.
don't. With a small cap, there's still times where I don't have a exact plan, but especially with the large caps, like the longer term cryptos, like for me, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Caspa, Cardano, Chainlink, Stacks, Polygon, I have certain price levels now where no matter what, I'm not going to let my emotions get in the way, because I'm just going to take profits when it hits those levels. Like,
Oh,
you take the
100%.
guesswork out of it, because if you're sitting there in the middle of the bull run and everything's going up, you get blind. You're blinded that, like, oh my God, everything's just going to go up forever. And I made those mistakes in 2021, and I don't want to make them again.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and the other thing too, I think people are like just getting into crypto. Number one issue and mistake people make, and I'm sure the people in this chat are only watching because they're fully into crypto right now. But number one mistake people make is they don't know. Like, you just have to go and do. Like, if you're waiting, you're probably already late, and
It's tough.
then you become someone's exit liquidity, and then it's like, okay, well then now I'm never getting back into crypto, and that's why you have to pick something that actually sticks out to what you want to get into, and not necessarily, okay, well, let's just find the biggest green circle on the chart and just and go. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just because there's so many different cryptos, and really truthfully, none of them have utility, none of them have really at this point in time, so we really are throwing darts.
Yeah. I mean, especially in the meme coin space and, small cap space. I mean, you're speculating, right? But where
Yeah,
you
it's all spec.
speculate is where you make money. I mean, and who knows, right? But then you have things like Pal AI, for example, right?
Yeah,
Which, back then, last year, for example, like, it was a big speculation. They're a brand new company, and now they're partnered with Nvidia, and they're a $350 million market cap.
yeah, and you
You know what I'm
can't.
saying? It's like, holy shit, right? So there's that side of it too. But yeah, meme coins, like I said, are totally different. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason. Um, they're all trying to get to a multi-billion-dollar market cap and maybe make something out of it, like Doge and Shib are trying to do. But it's difficult to do. I mean, even like Pepe, Bonk. I mean, once you get to that $1 billion market cap, like, it's so hard to get to the 2 and 3. I mean, that's why what Whiff's doing right now is crazy. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like your plan and what you're looking at, I mean, it's all about timing in crypto. And if you feel like you're late, like, don't invest a ton. That's like my general rule of thumb. If I feel like I'm a little late, I'll just kind of dip my toes in the water, because like you said, like, I want to like take action and get in the game, but I won't go all the way in if I feel like, hey, I missed the big run here.
Exactly.
And like, buying at the top is always like a shitty feeling, you know. But a lot of times with the new cryptos, like, you're always buying at the top at some point, like, just depends on where that top is.
Yeah, 100%. The
And at the end of the day, you're gonna lose more than you win, like, betting on meme coins. Like, and you got to be ready for
oh
that.
yeah, and
Like,
that's
my
why.
general goal is to hit like 2 out of 10. I'm trying to bat 200. And but the thing is, if my 2 out of 10 30x, and I throw $300 at 10 of them, so I compile 3 grand and I have that sitting over there. I'm gonna throw 300 at 10. If 2 of them hit big, I win. I win. But there are 8 losers.
Exactly.
And those 8 losers, what you want to have with those is what I'm trying to work on too, is have an exit plan to at least get some of that capital back out. So I don't know, when it gets back down, when you lose 50% of your asset or something, or I don't know. But then sometimes it's just better just to keep, because every once in a while meme coins will pump again like crazy, and you're just like, oh shit, I remember I had that somewhere. But that's my thing. It's like trying to hit 2 out of 10, and it's what I did back in May of last year. And Pepe and Bob were my 2 out of 10. The
Yeah,
other 8 were bad. But then I hit big on a couple.
yeah. Generally, too, it's like general rule of thumb is get into the stuff that, like, if yeah, there's those 10x's, 100x's, but the blue bloods, that's the ones that really take you home and where you can
Yeah,
appreciate. And you know, this is a great time to. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't believe in staking and whatnot, but like, it's a great time to stake when you're about to hit a bull cycle. If you're not going to be
yeah,
trading, you're just holding the moon. Why not just stack some interest along the way? Um, and that's kind of the
yeah,
issue with crypto. It's really, but there's a lot of people that are excited. That's another good thing. There's a lot of people that got wrecked, and I'm getting a lot of comments on my videos where people are just thankful they didn't sell, and so on and so forth. And we're not even close to being back, but in some form or fashion, we are back. So
yeah. I think what you said earlier is exactly what's kind of going on. Like we're kind of like 20-30% into this bull run. I would say. If we look at like the bottom, it was December 2023, or excuse me, 2022. Once
Mm-hmm.
we turn the page to 2023, we've been on an uptrend. All of 2023, we've been on an uptrend. It's kind of crazy because nobody really came back in 2023. I feel like it kind of took all the way almost to 2024. Kind of took a year for people to be like, okay, yeah, all right, maybe. And then it's like, wait a minute, we're actually back. But if you look at it, I mean, 2023 was a really surprisingly good year. I mean, coming off the basement there of what happened in 2022, and then late 2023 is when we really started to skyrocket. October 2023 is when the market, in my opinion, really flipped. We saw a ton of institutional money come in. We saw all of the hype around the ETFs, and we knew that those were coming very soon. Of course, those came then in January 2024, but people were speculating heavily. And I think this is the most demand and the most interest we've seen in crypto, or I think the most volume from a volume standpoint we've seen come into crypto before having. A lot of that is Bitcoin ETFs, but we're kind of in uncharted territory because of these ETFs too. So like we're
Yeah.
trying to use history to say, oh, we usually get a dip before the Bitcoin halving. I mean, and we might still get one. We got all of March here, and there's going to be some type of dips, but usually you get a 20-30% correction. We'll see. Maybe that happens. I mean, we're kind of due for that, and that'll be okay. That'll be healthy. If you have dry powder on the sidelines, then that's a time to go.
No.
But it's different though because we have these ETFs, right? So it's like history doesn't always repeat itself, but until it doesn't, we have to say that it will. And like the biggest gains, by the way, historically speaking, are roughly around 500 days after the halving. So those 500, so that's what we have to go off of right now, from the last 12 years of crypto and the history of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is different with the institutions here now. I mean, we didn't have BlackRock and Fidelity, getting billions of dollars of inflows coming in, in, like this last week. I mean, it was insane how much money came into the market. So it's similar, but it's different.
Welcome in, guys. This is Zach Humphreys live this morning, joining the channel. For those of you that have not subscribed to both of our channels, hit it up, click the button, as well as make sure you guys are all liking this video. We're going to be probably just a few more minutes here, but haven't really got that surge. Everybody must be at church or something, or a little hungover from last night. But it's what it is. We had 60 people up in here, and then
Nice.
just kind of fizzled out. Got to figure out, I think, appropriate title to try doing a little crypto coffee movie. Didn't really work out too well, but must have been you. Once you joined the feed, it just went from 60 to 12. Now we're down to
What the
11, but
hell?
it is what it is. Crypto's up,
No.
views are down. Doesn't make sense, but
No, I mean
but
it's these live streams are cool. The vertical live streams, though, they are different.
yeah,
They're kind of cool.
I was doing it while I was driving, and you got to watch. I got to get a clip or something.
Yeah, I did it when I was driving too for like an hour, and people were freaking out at me. I was on a road that way back, way over in Pennsylvania. That's not very heavily traveled, so it was okay. But yeah, I think that's the move. I think getting one of those clips is the move. And then yeah, when you're on a long trip, it's kind of like you're just on a phone call. You can't really read the chat and stuff. And that's what I was telling people. It's
Just
like I
start
can't read the
talking to
chat.
yourself for hours and see what
Yeah,
comes.
I was basically just venting for an hour and a half. It was pretty interesting, actually. I was like, "Yeah, you guys are all my therapists." There's like 400 people on there.
Oh yeah, but yeah, all good stuff, man. So question is, which is gonna be which meme coin you think is gonna win out, or do you think it's gonna be like short lived? Do you think is this just only meme coins? I mean,
I mean, like,
are
is
we
the
just
question
feeding the
which
beast? And this is
is
just
the question?
Bitcoin, how Bitcoin gets to 70 plus.
Well, for a long, long time, pretty much all of 2023, it was Bitcoin and like no altcoins were moving. all the capital is moving into Bitcoin, and it's still kind of like that with the ETFs. But I think we're finally seeing the start, I think, to quote unquote altcoin season, as people like to call it. Which what we usually see is people take some of their Bitcoin gains and they say, okay, let's go get some more Bitcoin by trading in the altcoin market. And we're starting to see that. And where do you go to trade in the altcoin market to get the most gains? You go to Pepe, you go to Bonk, you go to Doge, you go to Shib, you go to Dog with Hat, you go to Donald Trump, you go to Frog with Hat, you go to all these different meme coins, and eventually people are going to take profits, and people are taking profits right now as we speak, and they're going to stack Bitcoin. And that's really my general like rule of thumb in this bull run, like what I'm trying to do. Even with some of these altcoins like Cardano, Polygon, Chainlink, my main goal is to liquidate a lot of this by 2025 at the top of the market, and I'll rebuy in the bear market, but I'm not going to hold the bag this go around. So like I've held Cardano for a really long time. I think this run's going to be bigger, but I've got profit taking plans at $5 and beyond for Cardano once it hits there. And my goal is to be able to buy more Bitcoin, buy mutual funds and ETFs in the stock market.
Not financial advice. That's not financial advice.
This is just me in my opinion. Yeah, I'm just an idiot on YouTube. But yeah, I'm playing the altcoin market to be able to diversify. Like I forget who said it, but there's like this famous guy quote that was like really cool. It's like, you know, you speculate on new things to get rich, and then you diversify to stay rich. Right? So like you get concentrated on a few things like to get rich, and then you start to diversify to stay rich. And that's kind of how I'm treating it. It's like I'm focusing in on some top altcoins, some top sectors in AI, and then I want to diversify my wealth like after 2025 into real estate, into more less risky assets, but also have like dry powder on the sidelines to start another business and be ready for the next bear market, because there will be another bear market where you want to buy the bottoms of all these assets again and do it all over again.
100%.
And yeah.
But
I mean, like last cycle, I think I just held on to way too many things for too long, and I didn't have a plan. You know what I mean? And I think that was a big mistake. So
yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. We didn't get the launch velocity we wanted, but people must be sleeping.
okay.
But thought I'd wake you up.
Yeah. West Coast people still probably are in bed too, but keep doing these, man. They're fun. Like people pile into them, and we could even like you can schedule these out, and we can market them too. You know what I mean? Or like like promote them.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, thanks all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.
See you guys.